Say hi to Sexual Blue. Seriously, that's the guy's real name.
Well, what's your trip, dude? Fill me in a little bit. So I know
you're
you've
talking
been
about
arrested
skiing.
a bunch.
Everybody could do it. Can you move on the racer?
Sexual Blue is about to sing the Sexual Blues because I'm on to his latest money-making scheme.
He's just a scam artist. This is what he does for a living.
You've heard of sexual healing? Well, get ready for some sexual stealing.
Oh, come on, sexy.
Mr. Blue is one of the first people to contact me, wants to come out and take a look at it.
Last spring, Brian was selling this house on Bradford Street in Detroit. The place had been vandalized, so he was only asking $2,500. Mr. Blue said he was a landlord, wanted to buy it. He gave Brian a $500 down payment.
And it sounded legitimate at the time. I was really desperate to get out of it, so $500 is more than $0.
Mr. Blue said he wanted to start fixing the place up, so Brian handed him the keys after Mr. Blue signed a contract saying he'd have the rest of the $2,500 in a few weeks. Mr. Blue never paid any more money, so Brian stopped by the house to see what was up.
In those 10 minutes, 2 people came by asking if I was the landlord.
Mr. Blue wasn't there, but some ads were. Ads renting the house.
He was offering a lot of crazy stuff on there. It was $199 for 6 months, $600 after that, free cable, free utilities for the first 6 months, washer, dryer, all appliances. It was a great deal. He was probably getting a lot of people through there, but there was a $30 non-refundable application fee.
In fact, people were lining up to fill out applications at $30 per person.
In the end, he's not taking any of my money, but he's probably taking a lot of $30 application fees from people.
Brian started doing some research. That's when he found out Mr. Blue's first name was Sexual.
I can't believe this. Like, you would never believe this guy's name. I don't know what he's up to. He's got a lot of different companies, a lot of different addresses.
In fact, Mr. Blue's got a bunch of houses he's supposedly renting out. Look at these Craigslist ads, all of them with a $30 or $35 per person application fee. And sure enough, when I watched one of the houses, Mr. Blue was there, sitting in the car, conveniently parked for a quick getaway, while a partner showed the many people who showed up the house and picked up their applications. As for the companies Mr. Blue runs, well, he's got a bunch, like this one. Go with an investment company you can trust. Go with Sexual Blue Investments. Sexual Blue's also got a bunch of bankruptcies. So many bankruptcies, just last month, the United States Bankruptcy Court barred him from filing any more bankruptcies. But what Sexual Blue has the most of are criminal convictions. Before he legally changed his name to Sexual Sinde Un Abdul Blue, he was Reggie Jones from Lansing, Michigan. In the 80s, he was convicted of check fraud. In the 90s, more check fraud, gross indecency, felony larceny, felony check fraud, malicious destruction of property, and prostitution. Then he changed his name to Sexual Blue and moved to Los Angeles. He got busted there for uttering and publishing their version of check fraud. He also got convicted of Penal Code 487. What's that? Let me read it. Every person who feloniously steals, takes, carries, leads, or drives away any horse, mare, gelding, any bovine animal, etc., etc., is guilty of grand theft. Then he violated his probation for committing lewd or lascivious acts upon a minor and went to prison. Once out, he started an exotic maid business in LA and Las Vegas and Grand Rapids, where he was accused of collecting lots of background check fees for potential employees. Kind of like the non-refundable rental application fees he's collecting. And he's still getting busted. In 2013 for trespassing, and 2014 for retail fraud. When Sexual Blue was more than a month late on paying off the house he supposedly bought from Brian, Brian contacted Mr. Blue and told him the deal was off. Brian says Mr. Blue told him,
I'm going to sue you, I'm going to steal your house, I'm going to get your house, I'm going to get your car. And it freaked me out. I don't want to get sued, I don't want to be in court.
Then Blue went to the Register of Deeds and pulled the fast one.
He deeded the house from himself to himself. He has no right to that property whatsoever.
Regardless, it was more headache for Brian. Time for me to talk to Mr. Blue. Blue's showing a house. When the customer leaves, I catch Sexual Sinde Abdul Blue, a.k.a. Reggie Jones, by the door.
Hey, Sexual Blue, how you doing? Bob Wolchek from Fox 2.
Yeah.
What are you doing, collecting some application fees here?
It depends. Depends of what.
Well, it depends on, what do you mean by that?
It depends. It depends. We want a credit check just like everybody else.
Yeah. Isn't that what your scheme is, though, to kind of
I don't
take
have
people's...
a scheme. No, I don't have a scheme. So.
Well, what's your trip, dude? Fill me in a little bit. So I know
you're
you've
talking
been
about
arrested
skiing.
a bunch.
Everybody could do. If you move on the race, sir, everybody could do criminal background check, sir.
Yeah, I know. And you got a lengthy one. Reggie, fill me in now. I'm giving you a chance to talk here. I know what you're up to. You're running a bunch of schemes. Why do you call yourself Sexual Blue anyways? Oh, come on, Sexy.
Hey, Sexual, you blew it. You're in the Hall of Shame.